Today, I would like to introduce you to a cost-effective alternative for mobile flow measurements. The best choice for quick and uncomplicated use under severe conditions. Its sensor works on the magnetic inductive principle. It has no mechanically moving parts and therefore requires practically no maintenance. Together with its robust and waterproof handheld unit, the load meter was designed for use with conventional measuring rods using the classical verticals method. The built-in rechargeable battery lasts for 18 hours when the unit is intensively in use. The measuring principle, in combination with the compact sensor shape with good flow characteristics, allows reliable measurement even at the lowest flow velocities and even in very shallow water. It can be used without any compromises even in water that contains sediment or weeds, and also in turbulent flow conditions. The large color display provides excellent legibility even in direct sunlight. A simple operating software guides the user through the measurement step by step. Setup, measurement, and data handling can be learned with no problems, even if you have little experience. All the data can be read at once and is saved automatically. There is no need to keep error-prone manual logs. Reading errors are excluded and measurements can easily be carried out by just one person. This saves up to half the time on site. But the load meter doesn't just save time when measuring. Things go faster back at your desk as well. There is no need for calculations after the measurement. The load meter automatically carries out the flow calculations according to international standards. The data can be transferred to a PC and further processed there without any problems. The load meter increases your mobility and makes your workflows more efficient. No compromises. Compact, robust, and almost maintenance-free. Absolutely user-friendly and a huge time saver while requiring a minimum number of people. Automatic data storage and flow calculation. Optionally can be equipped with a pressure cell for automatic depth measurement and sensor positioning. Fast data transfer and superlative data quality. This is leading-edge technology for quantitative hydrology. You can find further information on applications and technical details on our homepage. Thank you for watching.
Today we're here in beautiful Logan, Utah, and we are on the Logan River, and we are going to demonstrate the use of the flow probe current meter to measure the discharge of the Logan River here. In a previous video on our site, you can see how to do this using the float technique by using sticks and calculating the velocity based upon how fast a floating device goes a certain distance down the channel. The flow probe here will actually tell us the velocity of the water passing through this small chamber. You'll see that there's a small magnet in here, and as it spins, it creates a pulse that the computer then counts and turns into a velocity of feet per second. One of the nice things about the flow probe is it does have some a measuring scale here on the side, which will come in handy when we're out in the channel, and it's extendable. There are multiple models with different lengths. At this point, we're at a fairly shallow location, and so we won't need to extend it. The flow probe has an arrow here that shows you that the water should be coming in this direction. And so let's go ahead and give it a try. First of all, we're going to measure the velocity at multiple points across the channel, and then after that we're going to take a staff gauge and measure depths across the channel. Previously we've measured the width of the channel at 43 feet, and we'll need to use that in our calculations. You want to stand out of the flow range that is coming to the meter, but you will be able to insert the probe into the water, hold it vertical, and then on the display you will see a value for feet in seconds. And one of the nice things about the flow probe is that I can hit this reset button, and one of the values it calculates is the average. So as long as I'm holding the flow probe in the water, it is averaging multiple times the measurements that it's taking. So what I'll do is I will hit reset when I'm at the top, and then I'll slowly have the probe descend to the bottom, and then bring it back up in a slow and controlled manner. Okay, so we measured at this point approximately a couple feet in from the side, a velocity average of 1.8 feet per second. So I'm just going to list those as I go across the channel. So I took 10 depth reading or velocity readings across the channel, and now we need to take depth readings to be able to calculate the area of the water flowing through the channel. Again, the more readings you take, the more accurate that you will be with this. But again, a channel this size with a pretty good level bottom that's not going to vary much, I would take a minimum of 10 readings. The way that the professional hydrologists tend to do this is they will do it about every foot and calculate the area with a little more resolution. So I'll come in about a foot from the side. So 1.1 feet. Go a little bit further out. So now we've measured an average velocity with the flow probe across the width of the channel. We've gotten some depth readings across the width of the channel, and we know the width of the channel, the surface water width of the channel, is 43 feet. And you average all of your readings so that you can get an area and an average depth and an average velocity. So the math is fairly simple. To calculate the CFS, I take the area, which is the 43 feet across, times the average depth of 1.17, which gives me 50.31 square feet. To get the cubic feet per second of flow, I simply times that by the feet per second of velocity, which is 2.39, which gives me 120.2 CFS.